barely see anything there. Yeah. They're used to this up there, though.
Yeah, that Orchard Park, about 27 inches of snow and counting right now around the stadium there. So just an unbelievable amount of snow. We're seeing some wintry weather pretty close to us. It's kind of weird to see all the winter weather advisories, warnings, and the impacts to our south and west. And it's going to kind of miss us. But the mountains, you're certainly going to see some of this, especially in the higher elevations. We could see some low to medium impacts. Avery, Ashwaubenon County, you are under a winter storm warning. So overnight, the clouds increase ahead of the system. We could see a few flurries east of the mountains. This have no impact on the roads outside of the mountains tomorrow, but it is going to be a much colder pattern for most of this week. So get your winter gear out, your jackets, your gloves, your hats, everything you typically need, because we're going to probably have the longest stretch of cold weather we've seen in a while. There's that burst of snow. It's snowing heavily in Memphis, Tupelo, Little Rock, all the way up to Paducah, Kentucky. This is pushing to the east and eventually will impact us tomorrow. So MLK Day tomorrow should be a relatively cloudy and cool day here in the Queen City. Temperatures in the upper 40s. Yeah, cloudy with a few sprinkles, maybe a few wet snowflakes in a few spots, but that'll be mainly to our north as we go through the afternoon hours. And that's certainly something I'm keeping a close eye on. You see that snow pushing off towards the east. Some of it tries to cross over the mountains, but a lot of it is just liquid. And then another fast moving system on Wednesday into Thursday as that low tracks up the coast. We'll show you this a little bit closer in. So about 2 o'clock in the morning, I expect to see some sprinkles out there. And again, I wouldn't be surprised to see some wet snowflakes mixing in from Lincolnton, Concord north early in the day. And then as we go into the afternoon, another batch of light rain and yes, snow in the mountains. But even in this corridor here, there could be a few wet snowflakes that mix in. No accumulation expected. Only in the mountains do we expect accumulating snows. And then that low pressure kind of tracks off to our south and east with some more showers. So the overall rain chances, or snow chances, we should say, are only around 20 to 30% once you get outside the mountains. How much snow potential could we see? Well, some of these higher elevations, especially towards Beach and Sugar Mountain, could end up with maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow, but it'll be blowing around a little bit. And again, don't be surprised if there's a dusting, maybe a trace on some of the grassy surfaces along and north of Interstate 40. In Charlotte, this is going to be a non-event, even though we could see a snowflake here or there. There's system number one. We'll have another strong system approaching late this week. And very similar to this one, there could be a few wet snowflakes mixed in, even though it predominantly looks like rain, but it's going to be even colder behind this next low pressure system as we go through the weekend. In fact, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook staying below average. So this will be a cold week, and it'll be a long lasting cold snap before things turn around about 10 days out. So tomorrow, yeah, I expect snow in the mountains. Temperatures near the freezing mark up there. Could see a few wet snowflakes here across the Unifor region with temperatures in the low 40s. Upper 40s as you get further south, the temperatures actually get warmer. In fact, some areas could be close to 60 towards Chesterfield. Here's a look at that Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Yeah, a cool week. Temperatures a little bit below average in the afternoons, but the mornings will be very chilly. Could see a couple mornings in the teens on Wednesday, but especially on Saturday. Look at that high, only in the mid 30s.